do we want to present one by one or one person to present everything?
I think they ask like one by each of us need to that just to present maybe a little bit of introduction maybe
Okay,
because
because
if we cannot attend that session we need to send a video something, right?
yeah, or representing. Both.
Yeah.
Mm.
So can you share with us your slide presentation before?
My slide, I haven't do the slide. I
You
just create the diagram,
you just
just
create the
one
diagram.
slide diagram.
Okay. Or do you want us to create to maybe create one slide and then explain what actually we are doing, and then at the end of the session you can just demo.
You mean create the slide now?
Okay, yes, sure. Or you so
Yeah, okay. Then,
in Google Slide.
sorry, you mean
um maybe we can base on what actually you have present your proposal before, because I don't know how to start.
we have the guideline?
Yeah.
I think is sent by them few weeks ago, right? Let me see. Is it? Yeah, this one. Oh, I cannot send through the chat, is it?
Um,
The chat is not allowed for other file, only
Oh no,
text.
oh, okay. Just give to the group lah. WhatsApp group.
the chat, why I'm let everyone send message, it's okay. mm,
Mm. Lah, cannot drag the file.
Apa eh?
Yeah, send in the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to have problem
Oh, okay.
statement.
Oh,
I
that
think
one.
data source and data process can be in one slide
The
because we
processing, okay.
yeah, how we create the data set,
mm.
system design, fine tune model. I think we okay.
Mm-hmm.
So and
And
then
then
demo. Performance evaluation will be included in demo, I think, because the
and then
demo itself. Yes,
industry impact 30%.
industry impact.
Mm.
Provide tangible benefit contributing to
The
innovation
innovation.
value. I think it's all right, probably. I think our project is quite innovative.
Okay. Yeah. Mm, mm,
So the problem statement, do we want to jot down something and then like each of us step one or two slide and we do it?
okay,
Yeah.
let me share. mm, Google slide lah.
Hello. Hello. Yeah,
Hello,
good.
hi.
Hi.
Yeah, Hey, good day, Prof. King and Prof. Wen Hao and others, Dr. Aziza, and yeah, hey, Fra. Okay, good day, good day. So for my opinion, right, I think we don't need to do the slide, okay, because we can use the previously. I think Wen Hao, our group, right, we have the problem statement, right. We use back
Yeah.
the statement and the proper solutions means your architecture. And now I think we just left the how to say the system architecture and the data process, and the last one performance. I think this what we have, we don't have, so we need to mention to them. I think that's all to show them. So I think don't need to do the slide lah. If you do
Okay.
the slide, then
Because
the time is not enough
we
for
have
us.
a different problem statement now. You see, we need to compare with current LM solution and what is our proposed solution. Maybe I just briefly introduce what I have done lah. Show you the framework and what has been done, and then probably you understand about the problem of current LM and what I have already solved. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, so previously what we have is this one, right? You still remember, right? Hello?
Yeah, make it bigger, please.
Too small.
Yeah, so previously we have this one. It's a very simple chain. So with one input, so we have an extraction chain, and then we have a router. So extraction chain is to get the variable from the input message from user.
Okay.
So this is what we are fine tuning. And then the router is to classify which tasks that we need to do based on this input. And then the following process is just some agent and then come up with the output. So it's quite simple. It's a one state conversions. That means if today the user asks one question, it will be one output and then end without anything and without memory. So what we need, so this is the problem statement we need to put in. So how to create a consistent memory, consistent and efficient memory, and let the LM to guide the LM to finish the task smoothly. So this is our problem statement and objective. So can you understand what I'm saying, right?
I understand. So you mean you are defining the problem on the model,
Yes.
or actually the one that they ask is the or compare current LLM.
Current solution.
Yeah.
So the sorry.
So the current LM solution, you know how they create the memory. They just fit everything into the LM, the previous conversation.
Okay, so the current system lack of consistent and efficient memory, is it? Because it cannot
Memory.
maintain the context into
Yeah.
multiple. Okay, understood.
So see, this is one state. So we have one input coming in, and then decide which task should be done, and then come up with one output. This is one state, and then after this step, we need to keep the memory, and then how to store the memory, how to retrieve it, because we are not going to like so the current solution in LM is we feed all the conversation, like the input, output, all to the LM. So you can see that is very token expensive, right? It's very token expensive. Yeah. So how do we actually solve it is by this one. So we have a retrieval-based memory system. So just now what you see is here. This is the main state. So we have the variable extractor, and then task classifier. The one that you training is these two. So this is another chain with LM. So this agent browsing is the one you see just now.
Yes.
I use this slide is better. Yeah, so it's here. This is over here. Search flight, search accommodation, and this is a normal search, online search, browsing. So together we have this, so we have this agent for browsing. So instead of using agent to search file and search accommodation, we use tools. So tools will be more, that means we do not involve LM inside. So you can see the color LM, and this is for the, orange is for the, blue is for the tools.
Okay.
So tools without using LM. That means once we decide what task from the task classifier, it will go and activate the tool. There's no LM here. So that means we do not cost any token. So it's just using the tool to search and come up with the result. So this is the main step you see just now. So together we have 9 working states. So let's don't go into the step first. So this is one state. Probably I explained in memory. Okay, so this is one state. So the state will save the memory into, there's few types of memory. So structured memory is the database. I believe you see in the previous demo, right? This one. So this is what we call structured memory. So we have all the variable extract from the variable extractor. Okay, and then there's other memory will be updated is a context. Context is the conversation and the search will be set into the memory as well. And we have another thing called sketchpad. This is an external memory. So external memory, you can think like this agent, our agent can take note. One, when the user asks, it will take note, and the note will be kept in this sketchpad. So after done everything, search for flight, search for accommodation, search for some basic info, everything will be jotted down in the sketchpad as the user asks. And finally, it will create a report using whatever been jotted down in the sketchpad. So this is what you see in the report I show you in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So this is how the report is created. Okay, so until here, is it clear? Is
yeah,
it okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, so then, so there's one, so there's one thing that probably will be very innovative. That's been, how do we control the LLM, the actions or the reactions of the LLM, how it behaves? So because we know when we ask something, the LLM can come up with many kind of response, right? So we try to, this is what we call the gut rate the LM so that it can respond within the our expectation. So the gut rate is actually through the triggering here. So you can see we have like let's see, response. Okay, so the response, there's one general response is called general response. Basically, it will detect the human sentence. Is it contain any information about yes and no? So this is for specific state. And then we have the triggering for some memory, how to retrieve the memory. So this will tell the entire agent to retrieve the past related context. And this will trigger the agent to retrieve the context related or system role related context. So triggering is to trigger or to tell the LM how to respond or what kind of memory you need. So this is what we mean triggering. So it's like human. You just imagine like human. When we chat, some of the sentence we won't go and think what means by this sentence. We have a reflection, right? Instinct response. So this is what we mean triggering. Triggering is without accessing to the LM. It's from retrieval. Retrieval is what? Retrieval, we have a lot of database. We will compare to the database which one is the most similar, right? So this is actually how, as a human, we have the reflection onto some certain sentence. When we heard the sentence, we know how to respond. Because in our memory, we know we have this database. Okay, this sentence should have some certain of this response.
Wen Hao, sorry.
Yes.
You said you are using gut rails. How to spell it?
GUARD
ARD
RAIL.
Okay.
Gut rail is like we keep the LM on track with the missions without distract to other certain response. Because LM, the response we cannot control. So the only way we control is through gut rail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, okay, in all the memory, so without this memory, previously how they do is they input all the conversation, the entire conversation. So that means the LM can access to anything in the whole conversation. That means the response cannot be controlled. Sometimes it access to wrong memory and it will tell us the wrong thing, right? So this retrieval memory based system is to give the LM the correct memory and then trigger it with the correct response. So once it's being triggered, it's know what kind of memory. So trigger is just trigger to tell. We haven't get the memory. Once we get once we know what memory we need, we will recall. Recall is to the real memory system. So this, I think we show it in the previous the sessions, the time-weighted retrieval. So this time-weighted retrieval, it will weight the importance of all the memory according to the timeline. So the latest memory will be weight higher. So it will be more easy to retrieve for the latest memory. So this is all our context, all the conversation, all the search history is here. So later, probably when we demo, you will see. And then, yeah, so this is about the basic instruction and role we preset to the model. So when the model need, it will be triggered. When the response come in, it you go through the triggering system first. So is it need to access to the role and instruction? If it's need, then it will recall. So later you also will see how it's recalled. And then we have also geolocation related. Like even though Tokyo is in Japan, so we have a small database now. It's a small list to tell that, a small dictionary to tell that which location is under the country. So that when you're asking the travel agent at the very beginning, you tell the agent you want to travel to Japan, but later if you say that search something in other place, like search in Malaysia, it will tell you this is not in your travel location. So this is what we mean by locational related memory. So this is also a guard rate to guard rate the LM so that it will stick to the plan, keep it on the track until complete the mission. So let me see. Yeah, so all of this is about the memory to control the LM to behave correctly. And then in the sketch pad here, these are the things that the LM can jot down. The flight, the search result, the flight, accommodation, and other search, like some descriptions about the place and maybe restaurant, cafe, anything. And then the main location, it will also detect the main location, which is the country by default, and the timeline. So if you know the timeline, so later you will see how the timeline will also be one part of the guard rate. So that's mean with this, the location and the timeline, these two, you can say it's memory, is actually, it will be checked how the LM know, tell you the location is wrong, tell you the time is not tally with the previous timeline. This is realized by the two functions, location verifier and the date verifier. So they will check the time, is it in the correct timeline, and check the location, is it correct location. So this is done by the function. So it's not a part of the LM as well. So this entire system is quite token efficient because the only part access to the LLM only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the helper is just to answer some general question, a very general question, and some when the questions require some context about its role and also the instruction, it will also go to helper. And then finalizer is to generate the final itinerary. So this is also it's also a change. Yeah, so this is the main state. And the main state can go to few other states. So the first state is switching conversation. This means the entire conversation will be saved, the memory will be saved, and we can switch from this conversation to another conversation. Like what you see in GPT. There's a lot of different sidebar, right? You can click and choose. So actually, I do not mean to create this, but why I create this is because sometimes when we try the model, the performance, to test the performance, once you get the error, you need to retry everything. So with this, we can save all the internal state of the model and the conversation. Once you get an error, you relaunch it, it will get back to the same place you stopped. So this is why I have this function here. It's not to mimic the GPT. It's really to solve my own problem. Then, yeah, so the second state is to retrieve the memory from the time wait retriever, and then access the sketchpad, and then access the accommodation browsing, and then search again. Okay, so here you see there's one arrow here. recall from context, reference from scratchpad. So recall, what is the difference between reference and recall? Recall is the internal memory. Reference is the external memory. And then from scratchpad to search accommodation. Yeah, so sometimes when the model in the state jotting down something in the scratchpad, you can think as a notebook lah. When it jot down in the notebook and it check the information inside, it found something is missing, and it will suggest like, do you want to search for accommodation because the location there's no accommodation inside. So it will suggest, and then once suggest, it will be in the state of this state. And whatever response come in will not go through the main state. It will directly come into the substate. So this is what we call the multiple state framework. Okay. And then from Sketchpad to browsing, the same case. When jotting down something inside, like we have found the accommodation, and then you check in the notebook, okay, there's no description about this place. So it will ask, do you want to find something about this place? And then the next input from the user come in will straight away be in this browsing state. Search again, yeah, sometimes when you repeat asking the LM to search the same thing, it will detect, because all of that is keep in the memory. Okay, here, keep in the memory. So it will search through the memory and detect the same result been searched before. So it will ask, do you want to research or you want to remind you? So once this replies come out from the LM, the next input will come into this state, not in the main state. So you may ask why, how the LM compare the questions and the previous context, right? Actually, we are not comparing the entire sentence and entire context. We are not comparing it to the entire history. It will be not slow, but the retrieval is not that easy to control. Okay, so what I do is actually I use the tag. So it's like a human when we remember something, we use tag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So every conversation, the LM will first to create some tag. Not the LM create. There's some function to create a tag for that questions and answer. So later you will see each of the tag. So it will compare each new conversation with the tag. So if the tag is already in the memory system, it will trigger and ask this question. And then, yeah, so jot down something into the scratchpad. Access the utility. So this is like to check the token, check the status, even check the memory. And then handle missing variable. Yeah, so this is just the missing variable for search file and search accommodation. So with this is a quite complete memory system to really control the behavior of the LM. So this is how we solve the problem statement. Because currently they're using the entire conversation. And the entire conversation may not be accurate. As I said, the retrieval is not really accurate one if you tried it before. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I keep the content of the retrieval as short as possible. So we compare the small part of the content. So even the full context later you see we use the short response. Means that the full response will capture something some important thing out of the response and keep it at a short response and use that as the what we use in the memory. So is it clear or very confusing?
I'm trying to digest.
Very comprehensive.
Probably
Yeah.
I demo, it would be better for you to understand it. You want to see the demo?
Yeah, one.
So all of this file you see is actually the it's actually for retriever A, B, D, E, F, G, C, and H. So how do we let the LM do, or how do we trigger the response and how to say okay, so there's some context we need to create before we invoke the LM. For example, the instruction row. So we need to keep it a full list of that. So maybe I show you one, it will be better for you to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be something like this. You see, this is a country, and then this is all the location. So we have just a field. So this is a small data set. So this is what we need to need to upload as a document for the retriever, so that the retriever can retrieve the location and then know which is the country. And then this is how the LM know the location is for within what country. And probably instruction. So the instruction user guideline. So these are some sample sentence that will probably require to access to user guideline. You see, how should I start? How shall I start? And then short instruction. Short instruction is this one. You are a driver assistant to help user draft a trip plan, and then this is the full instruction. And scratchpad. What is scratchpad? So this all the context we need to prepare beforehand, so that the retriever can retrieve when the input of user come in. It will compare which one is more similar, and then the context will be chosen. For example, full context. So the full context will be chosen and then passed to the LM as a augmented context. Okay, so I need to run from here. Yeah, so it will take some time. So probably I show context. Okay, so once just now, so this is the trigger when let's say the user asks, how should I start? So it's quite similar to this sentence, and it will output, the retriever will output the type user guideline. So this is just to trigger the LM. Okay, you need user guideline. And then the LM will go and retrieve from here. Oops. Oh, okay. I explained the the byte already. So this is actually the one that we trigger. Yeah, so this is all the example. So how I get it, I actually ask the GPT to generate this. So this is the content. This is the content, to retrieve the content. Okay, and this one is when we need the context, query, context, result, context location. When we need the location, when there's some sentence similar to all of these example, one of these example, it will know, okay, I need to access to the context location. Or we need to know the location and the time, the months. And this is last context, is the last thing we say.
Searching.
Okay. Oops. Where is this? Oh, okay. This I forget to comment out. It will take some time until we reach the class. Yeah, so basically trigger to know what it needs, and here is to get the content. So this is the content for the user guideline. So you see user guideline instruction, this is all about, it's all about here, this one for retrieval C. So we have another content for the real context, and then yeah, so we have only two semantic memory, the real conversation history and the instruction. Okay. Yeah, so we can actually try to ask like, we can chat like a normal chatbot, you know. So hi, what should I say? Okay, let's ask, who are you? So it should trigger the LM to access to user guideline. So we can check the context. How I minimize this small window? Don't allow. Oh,
Okay, don't allow.
yeah, so you see, it's trigger and then get the full instruction. So this is the augmented message. So we just ask, hi, how are you? And then this is the augmented message we get. And how we get that is through the trigger and also the retriever. The trigger will trigger to tell which type of memory we need. The retriever will recall from the content. And then this is the result. And you see, it's not the full result. It's until it's the first sentence only. So this is what we need to keep. Okay, so you can ask like, okay, so it's saying, try. Okay, so how can I assist you today? So you can ask, like, how should I start? We have this sentence, right? So you can ask basically any similar form of the question, if related to how should I start, or how can I use it? It will trigger that context and pass the user guideline. So this is all we have in user guideline. So first, okay, tell me where you plan to go, and then your dates, place to visit, restaurant accommodation. So the second augmented message, user guideline, okay? So it's been triggered and then get the context. So, okay, then we can start, okay? I am planning to Taiwan. Okay, so I have add some, I have add some upgrade to the time. Previously, you see we can actually detect the months, right? The months and the year. So now it's actually can detect like around end of February till early of March. So it's now it can detect 2 months. So because this will be the real case that people may have the plan at the middle of 2 months. So you can check the memory. So the month is now February until March 2025. So all you see, these are the check memory, the check context. It's actually come from the utilities. This part, access to the utility function. So also the same thing, when the input comes in, it will go into the triggering. Is it? Then so there will be one retriever to check is the input is similar to the example in the utility task related content. So we have all of that, all utilities. So you can see, try down. So I also use GPT to tell me some similar example. So this is to access the scratchpad, and then reset scratchpad, cancel the task, check token, check status, restart, check context history. So this is what I used just now. And then clear the context history, switch the conversations, and finalize to create our final itinerary. So all been done using the same way you augment the data for your training. Because I get this idea when I try to augment the data. So instead of training a LM to do it, why don't we just feed everything to the retriever will do it for us, and it will save us some token, right? Okay, so probably we can continue where we left. Yeah, so it's in Taiwan. So we can ask, what are the famous places to visit there? So it will know this is in Taiwan, and it will search probably some place in Taiwan and come up with the result. So this is also what we have previously. We have this function already. So what we have previously is until here, no? All the memory we have is here, until here. Cannot process because we don't have the memory retrieval system. So this memory retrieval system will keep the conversations consistent and coherent until the end. Yeah, so it's asking that do we want to save this record? So that's when we can now save everything into the scratchpad. So once we say okay, it will jot down all the content into the scratchpad. So later it will use it to generate our final itinerary. So this is what you see in the PDF I sent you just yesterday or okay, so we can say that okay, save it. Okay, so it's set for us already. And then we can continually ask from here. For example, I want to know more about one place. So we can ask like, I want to know more about. Okay, so before this, probably we can have a quick check of the context. What have been going on? So see just now from, yeah, I'm planning to Taiwan. So now it's capture the memory tag. So the memory tag is Taiwan. And then this is the short response. And then we ask, what are the famous places there? So see the omitted message is location, Taiwan. So it's trigger the context location. That means with this, we need to know where is the location. So then we retrieve the location, retrieve from the structure memory. So it's been triggered. It's been triggered here, and then we access through the structure memory. So this is how we access the correct memory. So the result you see, we have a long result, and what have been jotted down is just the location, the main location. Taipei 101, Longshan Temple, from here. So every time we will retrieve this instead of the full sentence. So this will help us to save the token. Okay, so then we can ask, tell me more about the 1, 2, 3. The third place should be Longshan Temple. About the third place. So it should able to search Longshan Temple for us. Okay, it searched for the second one. So later you will see why. This is because of counting. The LM do not know how to count. And this part is done by agent. It's not our part. So you see, we pass in all the search result and then tell me about the third place. But this is due to the limitations of the agent. So it do know how to count. So it thought that 1, 2, 3. Maybe it skipped the Taipei. Maybe he is clever and he skipped the Taipei only looking in this from here. Okay, we don't know, but this is a behavior of the agent because we're using the search agent directly to do the searching. Okay, but never mind. So this is what we get the result. And then now we have a new tag. So just now when we asked what are the famous places to visit in Taiwan, you see there's a new tag place. And then here in the latest one, there's one continue from. So when we retrieve from the previous conversation, it will have index tracking. This is from the fourth context. Yeah, so this keep the memory consistent and coherent all the way until the end of the conversation. So let's say we do not want this result, okay? Because every time it will ask you, do you want to search or not? So you do not need to respond yes or no even. You can just directly say, search me hotel in, okay, Ximending. It will directly skip that and then search a new, oops, where is this? Oh, okay. Arrival airport. Why I change this? I should haven't changed this before. Switch pad. Or let me check. Make sure we have the correct key. Arrival city. Okay, yeah. Okay, so continue. Yeah, so this is what I mean. Every time error, we do not need to continue from the very beginning. We can load the conversation. So see, there's even have a description about our previous conversation. The plan is to Taiwan. So it shall continue back where we stopped. Okay, welcome back to the conversation. Okay, so what we ask first now? Yeah, we asking for the search hotel. Yeah, so this is the missing variable handling. So we need to pass in the budget, check-in date, check-out date, and the head count. So let's use budget is RM500. So let all of this budget will be kept, and you see the total budget in the final itinerary PDF, because it will count all the budget we have and then sum up everything. Okay, so because our plan is to the time is between February and March, so we can try like check in and check out on January. So the date verifier should tell us, since that the check out and check in and check out date don't fall within the duration of the plan trip. Okay, so we can try. This is what 20. Is the end of February, right? End of February to early of March. Oops. Yeah, this also sometimes happen. Is stuck, hang already. So we need to restart it. So every time it's hang or what, it won't solve. It won't save the last thing we asked, because it haven't gone through that stage yet. The saving is until it come up with the reply, and then only it will save. Check in there doesn't fall within the durations of your plan trip. Would you like to? Let me see. Oh, it doesn't detect. So this is also the limitations of the GPT-4. It doesn't detect the variable. No, why more? Okay, it's my sentence. Why my sentence, the previous word gone? Check out, check in. Okay. So this is the result, and then we can just ask it to save it, and then so it will check in the sketchpad. So now there's nothing about the place. So do you want to know more about the place? So you can say sure, and then it will search some basic information about the place, Ximending. So see the demo is quite long, I just worry during the presentation we cannot finish it. So every time we get a result, we can just ask it to join down. So now you can actually check what is happening in the context again. How is it retrieved? So now this is a tag when for searching the accommodation. And then when we respond sure, this is the augmented message. So search and write description about Ximending. And then this is the first sentence of the response. The tag is this one. Okay, so probably I won't go to the second and third place because it will be very long. So we can just skip to search flight. Round 3 flights. So same for the flight. If the date is out, for example, okay, so you can see now it's actually suggests the date because it's aware of the timeline. When is our first day of our check-in? When is the last day of the checkout? So currently, it's just so this is the first accommodation we found. Okay, so we can just use this. So if you type in the date before your first check-in date, it will also trigger and tell you you should find it within the day, within the durations of a trip, something like that. And then, yeah, something for your last checkout date. If you find a flight after your last checkout date, also the same thing. So depart from Penang, maybe AIA. To yeah, so this one we can try this because I went try this for hotel, yes, but airport I forget is it have any location verifier or not. Return on 3rd March. Yeah, there's a location verifier. So it will tell you the location, the airport is not within your country. Okay. Right to okay, let me the location. I think Taoyuan is in the list. It's in my list.
I think you put the wrong departure date. 28 March.
February.
Supposedly February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah, I think the Taoyuan something with the location. Somehow it cannot detect this. I remember I have it.
Taoyuan.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I think later I will try to debug this again. Yeah, so
Okay.
this is all something that we have currently. So after we find a flight, and then we should be able to generate the report. Yeah, so anything you want to ask? Here I try to debug. So anything you ask, you ask. Yeah. So anything you want to ask?
Is it possible? Is it
Yeah.
possible to see the token consumption for your current system? Like just now,
Yeah,
what
because
you?
just now we stopped already.
Oh, I
But
see.
then I actually have counted. I think I counted before. Let me see. If I still keep this, I keep this. Okay. Oh, I haven't. I did not keep it. But until here, you see, it's quite a long conversation. Is around 10K token. Just
Compared
tell you,
to
one time of you calling the W agent one time is 1,000 something. So that's mean it's equivalent to calling it 10 times with all the conversation and retrieving the memory as well.
okay. Based on the presentation slide, I mean the slide content, right? If the panel asks about the fine-tune model, right? Fine-tuning model, right? So how do you present? How do you demo or tell them about your fine-tune model?
Yeah, this is why I asked you guys to to upload to our organization here. So to show them, we have tried fine-tune quite a lot of model with different data set.
But
Then,
let's say your current system, right? I think you also did some fine-tune model, right? Fine-tuning, right?
yeah, that part is about the local. We need to swap it into the
If based on your diagram, right? If they ask
into
this part, task
Yes.
classifier.
But then I think we don't have that time because, as I said, this week is really busy.
No. Basically, right. So we can present in the way that they understand that your model, you did some fine tuning. Okay. Let's say
the fine-tuning is to set the token. So this is the objective.
Yes. So like let's say, right, for the project title, right? So I think you can open the image that you share in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Can you share the image? Okay, this part. Okay, so I think we can design our presentation flow such as, like, for example, so because the industry impact consists of 30% of the mark, right? So so for this part, we can present as a background. Okay, the background. What is your why is your intention or initiative because of this background statement? So, for example, Taiwan is a kind of, I mean, the travel, right, consists of how many GDP of Taiwan, something like that, as a start of presentation. Okay, like a background. Then come back. Then after this.
This one is not about Taiwan only, you know.
Yeah, I understand. So we just use a Taiwan example. Okay, maybe we can. I know your system can be anything, but I mean, we just want to show the impact of the industry, the travel industry or something like that. Then after the background presentation, we can go to the problem statement. So maybe we can mention that there are a lot of existing methods whereby we can, like you mentioned, so we can throw everything into LLM and then give the result. Then we can put a sentence, however, I mean, one of the main problem statement is the current practice, it consumes a lot of token. But I'm not sure about the time. So maybe
and I believe the OpenAI GPT cannot search you flight and hotel.
Okay. So if this is a part of the problem statement, then because they put a second point is comparison with current LLM or solution. So what I think the comparison is one of the thing is the token, because last time you presented to us that you can count the token. So I think this is one of the comparison result during the presentation. I mean, at the end, during the demo, right? Maybe one of the demo you can present as the existing method. I ask this kind of question. So the token they consume is how much? So using my system, it consume just a little bit of token. And then you mentioned that how do you overcome? And then I think the fine-tune model is like, how do you fine-tune your whole system model in the sense that it minimize the token consumption. Then the panel will focus on your system and then with the existing method. So that at the end, during the demo, you also can present the performance evaluation. So like, it's kind of a comparison demo lah. So your current system and the existing method lah.
Yeah. So in problem statement, we can go into two points. The token efficiency and the memory token and memory efficient.
Yes. So like you mentioned also, because your system uniqueness is you got the memory and then you got the function and also you got the agent, which agent. I think most variable of your core system is you minimize your token in the sense that you are using a function or agent to search the information rather than you throw a LLM model to search something. And then if using your function or those agents, when the result that you search is real time and the latest one, whereby you no need to worry about the.
This one is quite common. The searching is quite common. I don't think we should put it as a point.
I mean, in the sense that you are using the searching to minimize your token. Maybe you can talk about it, but the focus is on the token minimization.
No, you mean the search online or searching for my contacts?
Search online. I think your search online is one of the key that is help you to minimize your token a lot. Is it?
Actually, as I said just now, the entire thing that costs the most token is the online search.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
I see.
is the part. So in future, probably I will just throw away this agent and write my own agent. It costs 1,000 token, more than 1,000. One time you call it.
I see.
So actually, the token usage is dominant by this. The rest of the part is very token efficient, unless the agent, the browsing agent.
Okay, so so can we summarize that the problem statement is the existing method which consume a lot of token. Then during your demo, you can demo the existing method. I mean, I think last time you did something, so you show to us that if we throw everything into the LLM, so how many token it consume, something like that. So that after this, during the demo, it's a clear cut, so you can present the performance evaluation, so between A and B. So I think if we present like this way, right, in the sense that the examiner will put more attention onto your system. So when you present your fine-tune model, the purpose is you are trying to minimize the token. It's just like you are the person like lead the examiner just to focus your core function value. Then your core function value is comparison with current LLM or solution. And then the current LLM, just like you mentioned, you explained to us that the existing method is throw everything to the LLM model, whereby your one got memory, and then
selective memory. You can provide selective memory.
Yes, and then you inside your memory you use a lot of retrieval, and then which in the sense that based on this proposed method, you propose solution is reduce how many % of token comparing existing method.
Not only, I think I won't focus on comparing the token that being saved.
Okay.
It will be very.
No, I mean one of it.
Yeah.
Is part of your system feature. So maybe the second one we can mention that the current system do not have memory. So for example, if we encounter the system down or something like that, so whereby the user need to restart again everything. But however, based on my proposed system is can capture the last.
This one also very common. Memory is not very new, but then selective memory is very new. Yeah. So I
Okay.
think the focus should be put into how the trigger actually triggering the retrieving system and then recall the memory.
Okay, also. So my suggestion is that maybe you just list out a few points in your system uniqueness. So whereby during the comparison, you can clear cut that present the system which is better than the existing. Then in the sense that in the way that you see the review item, so we cover everything. So industry impact we put as a background. So your model and the method is when you present the problem statement. So maybe you maybe can suggest the existing method as a benchmark. Then the rest you just the rest can present and demo. And then after this, maybe a simple presentation slide that like a table with 2 columns, like the performance you want, the key performance you want to put in to benchmark. This is based on just now your explanation. So I come out the ideas like that, so that the examiner will put more attention on your system features, especially your memory, external and internal, and then the retrieval, and then how. I know there are something quite common, but currently you are using something that they never taught in the class. So for them, it's quite impressive. I can say that. This is what I thought. Then I also believe that that is why they put our group into the last group. So I think even though you exceed the 30 minutes presentation, they will allow you keep there more. This is why I can sense that.
I thought they originally follow the numbering.
No.
I think
Numbering,
we are in the last group based
yeah,
on
we are
the
group 6. We become group 6 now.
I think,
okay.
I think not the numbering problems. I think they just follow the time until the end. They will end the sessions. I believe the testing for the mock up, right? Also until 30 minutes, then they stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think like this one, we do the how to say the just now the Prof King said just now. We prepare the slide and we just focus the demo for the Wenhao. The other slide we do the slide lah. Okay, let's say we also need to mention how we do the data processing and how we choose the model for the fine tune and so on. I think we also need to mention. We just put in the slide and then talk about 2 minutes, then be done.
Yeah, this is why I need you guys to upload to show that we know how to pre-process everything.
Yes. Yeah, I think I agree with the Wenhao and Prof.
So do you guys try my notebook? The notebook actually you just need to upload the text file, whatever we have. The one you prepare, you put into you upload to the group, and then it will come up with the data set object. So that is why I suggest you try my notebook, because you will get this, and then you can easily push. There's even one line to push the data set at the very end to this directory, to this repo.
Okay. I try many of the how to say the extraction for the data set, because I think data set processing is okay because you need to extract the columns, right? But for the model, right, we need to classify why we use the model. Let's say you use the LLMA or the gamma to do the fine tune. I think we need to do the classify the reasons to choose the model to do the fine tune.
Because I remember I mentioned it last time, the coaching sessions. why we want to choose llama? Because I actually try the llama 3.2 out of the box. You see how we give this instruction and we get the result. Quite nice. And this is why we stick to llama 3.2.
Yeah,
So
I think
sure
that this,
you guys,
yeah,
so this llama 3.2 instruction. So do you guys have any reason you're choosing JERMA and this is out of the box result, no, without fine tuning, but we need to give instruction lah. And this is why we fine tune. After fine tune, we do not need the instruction.
for mine, right, I try many model. Okay, I try the gamma, Rama, and the how to say the class villain. I also try that because I saw the how to say the training and the loss, right? They are different. That's why this is why I asking you all why we choose this one, and then we can put into the slide and tell them the panel. So how about others?
Sorry, again, Alex.
Yeah, because I try others model, okay, beside the Rama and the Gamma, I also try the others. Okay, in the class we learn, I think they use, what's the name? I forget already. Is
Misra,
yeah. I also tried that one because I got the report because I try and train the step for the 500 and 200. They are different. The training loss data is different. So that's why I'm asking guys, you guys choose any of the model and train out. What is the difference?
okay, so first thing, before you start fine tuning, do you guys check the performance out of the box? At least it can do this. Else you find even you fine tune, you won't get this because with the out of the box performance, it do not know how to extract the data. We've given all the instructions so detailed. So this is the first thing you must do, to test. Is it out of the box the model can do data extraction? If can, then only proceed with the fine tuning. And one more thing is the data set. After you process, do you print out and check? You must check the data set is correct, the pair answer and the question and answer pair. If you do not get the correct format, no matter how many times you train, you won't get the result. So not just the data set, you also need to test the tokenizer. The tokenizer try to tokenize it. So this is the token we have, and then decode it back to text. So it should get back the same sentence, same data set, the questions and answer pair. You need to make sure everything is fine. After this, only you go to the training stage. So everything is in my notebook already. Step by step, you just change the model name. Then the rest of the code should work properly. So is it now all of you use the Unslov notebook? You're using that, right?
Yeah, I'm using that one, Unslop.
Because Unslov notebook is a little bit different. The data pre-processing is different. Do you check what do you get after pre-processing? Because for that, the Unslov, right, The data set is for the instruct model. This is uninstruct. So uninstruct, you see what we need is just, what it's doing is just sentence completion. So that means it will learn to complete this sentence without knowing the role, who is asking, who is answering. That means it do not need to know this one is human, this one is AI. For data completion model, LM, LM we have LM and chat model. So this is LM. LM, just one sentence, it will learn to complete this. So that means if we provide this, it will complete this. So the one in the unsolved notebook, I check is, this is for instruct model. So for instruct model, you see there's a start header ID and then user. And then this is assistant. So you need to check which one you are using and do you really get this format or not. And are you using the instruct? This is even more critical. Do you using the instruct model? So this one is instruct model. For instruct model, you will see there's a one instruct behind. So like this one is not instruct model. This one is a LM. Data pre-processing. Yeah, so here, do you print out and check? Is it correct? In the notebook, I think, yeah, it's provide this code for you to check the data set. Or even more easy to tell, look at your loss curve. Do you get decreasing loss?
Yes.
Yeah. I use this notebook to try. I think this is what I get the report. I get the report from the 1DB. I did screenshot at the WhatsApp group. That's what I get the data using the different model. Okay, they also decrease when they moving to the, how to say, the step increase the step they will lose.
And
Decrease the
the
loss.
decrease must be gradually, you know.
Yes.
Cannot like stagnant after some point.
No. Means that send what you say you saw this one.
Okay, so if everything is okay, then try to inference again the model to ensure that you get something. So this is not a very good performance actually. It's just so. It's able to detect the departure city, returning that, and arrival city, but cannot detect the departure date. And then you see there's additional something strange here because this is a completion model. I guess that it tried to repeatedly generate this thing, but stop here. So if you have the training looks quite well, the loss curve is quite well, then probably you can have a few of these inference to look at the result.
I screenshot again at the WhatsApp group because I want to try the average, the metric. I have the problem with the metrics. So yeah, I do until the fine tune there, but average I cannot continue. That's why I have the problem with that.
So and yeah, so one more thing, let me check the notebook. Is it there is
Any guys using this conventional? Because I think the output is also different. Is that all the things is run using the GPU T4?
Yes, you should run it with T4 GPU. Tokenizer, because there's one part about the tokenizer you need to be careful, you know. I'm not sure how about this notebook. Is it set correctly? Because for tokenizer, right, training and inference tokenizer, they are different.
Yes, I think when you do the training, you pass the parameter also difference.
And you need to define the tokenizer separately. For the training, so this is for the training, yeah, this part. So you see for the training, we have the padding. So the padding will do this, you see, all of this end of text. So this is why you cannot use the SEM tokenizer. You need to be very careful with this one during the inference. During the inference, you need to define another tokenizer without that. Else you will get something very strange one. So I'm not sure is it defined in the notebook.
I don't use this one. I don't use the conventional part.
So which one you guys using? This one is the one provided by Eden, right?
Is the during the training or after we show they give us?
This one?
He shared to us in the line.
So not include the training, right?
No.
Okay. Then this one. Oh, this one I get it from the Unslov, I think.
I think last time we asked him to reshare again. This is one of the file.
Yeah, maybe they are misunderstanding because we told them how to convert the data, I think. That's why they give us the unslot. So if you're using this one, you need to change the trainer because you cannot use the FFT.
This one is another trainer, is Unslov. They claim it should be faster lah. But then everything is right in a more high level. So the SFF you can see more thing lah. This is still considered very high level, you know. You can go even more lower level. You can have more control, but it will be more complicated. So this is why I changed the code based on their SFS version. The original one, I think they mess up. You look at the loss in the original notebook, it's not even decreasing. And then they don't change the tokenizer for inference. So this is why when you try to inference, you get a very bad result. And then the data processing also, there's one issue. The field that they use is even not matched to their data set. I don't know why.
But how? This one, the model is different, means that they use all the Rama family, they train together, or only one?
Okay, so you see here, when we import auto tokenizer, auto model for causal LM. So this should be applied to all LM, Llama, Gemma, Mistral. So this is why I said that if you try to change it to GMA and C, it should not have any issue one because this is auto. The one in the notebook, I believe.
I saw one. The model for the Minitra. I forget already what is the name.
Mistra.
7B. Yeah.
They also using auto.
No. They use the auto casual LLM.
Yeah lah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So for example, in this notebook, I remember they use a different one. Not this one. Yeah, they use the Germa for Cursor LM here. So this one is more specific. Like you can go and find Germa and then find the one for Germa. But in fact, the auto model should work quite well one because this is a universal. It will detect and automatically know this is what model and then handle everything for you. So what I mean is don't blindly train everything. Probably you can print out something on the fly to check is it you get the correct thing before you proceed. Because the original notebook they provide is quite messy.
When we did demo to the previously, they say this fine tune is optional, right?
Yeah, they said it. But then looking at their rubric, there's one fine tuning there. This one I'm not sure.
I think lah, because I already trained, then we just show the report and then okay already lah. Then we process the other part. Because I saw the marking for the 30% is higher than the others.
Yeah, the industry impact.
So I think we focus on the architecture and the impact. I think there should be enough for us to do that, and when I do the demo, then the time is already assisted.
Yeah, agree.
And plus, I think I can show them the how to say the report. Just now I screenshot that, right? And we show them, then that's all we done there.
So the one that you done, can you just push it anyhow to this?
Can we just upload the data set into this Hugging Face?
You can try, but first you need to make sure again the format is correct.
Okay.
So this is why I asked you to use my notebook because everything here you just run. Okay, you just run and then load the data set and query. So actually you can skip this part, inference. You skip the inference, set up the environment, import your Hugging Face token.
Okay.
So for this one, you still remember how to do it, right? You need to save it here. And then come to here. So to do this, you need to drag and drop your data set. So let's say this one is my data set, drag and drop.
Yeah.
Because I haven't connected.
Yeah. Okay.
So you should drag and drop and then run this and then format this. Oh no, you do not need to format. Just Just load it here, and then that's it. And then you can go to the last line. Here, data set push.
Push into the data set.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it will push directly to our organization. Directly push toward it.
And then we go to the data set.
Yeah, so you can see the same thing.
All right. Okay.
Given that your format is correct, you must make sure the one that you have is correct. Like this one is the one I get it from Chong, I think.
But if my data is only questions, like the answer is search flight, search accommodation, is it okay?
Yours one
Classification, yeah.
this one.
Yeah. If like this
Yeah,
one, can. Okay.
Yeah, can, as long as you have the field,
Question and answer. Alright.
questions and answer, and then everything will be handled by this part.
Okay.
Yeah, will be handled by the function here. So for safety, you can just check it. Make sure it's something like this.
Okay.
So your question is a tuple. So your questions followed by your answer. Once everything is over.
100 here means 100's data.
No, this is indexing. I print out the
Oh, okay.
100th.
Okay.
The 100th record. So once it's fine, you can push it.
Okay. I tried that.
For the model, if you still have everything, you can still push it for the model. Yeah, I think you need to fine tune it, else you cannot push because you need to have the model. Yeah, you need to have your model in your running environment, then only you can push it. And for the model, you need to provide your own Hugging Face token.
Yeah.
But also pushing to the same repo, organization repo.
This one is for model, right? But for the data, we can just push the data,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Don't need token.
Okay.
So what I suggest, if you have time, you can just easily change the model name. Like so if you just want to fine tune, you can skip the inference, go to fine tuning, and then data set, load model here. Yeah, so just change the name. So maybe 1B, 7B, and then fine tune everything. Everything should work perfectly. There will be no error throwing. Then you can push the model. Push one more model to. Else you look at the repo, just one model and one data set. It's like we didn't do much of the thing.
Okay.
And for the data set also, maybe we can have. Who dealing with the combined data set?
Wenhao, can I show you the data set and model what I do? You check, you confirm we can connect or not.
Yeah. You want to share, is it?
Yeah, can I share the screen?
Okay.
Okay, so can see my screen, right? Okay, so just try that the data set. Okay, data set and the model. The model is right. This one, the structure, right?
Self tensor adapter. Why only have adapter? Adapter is the roller.
Yeah, I using the Lola, yes.
But where is your model? You don't. How do you push it?
Using the node they give to us. I try to run with that. This one is a new one.
Unslov notebook is it?
No. I don't use the unslot.
Which notebook? The trending one.
Yeah. I think it's the Rama. I forget already which one. So I
The
run that
Llama notebook. The Llama notebook is wrong one, you know.
long one.
It's wrong. It's wrong. Their Llama notebook, the 031, right?
This one
Yeah, 031. This is wrong.
wrong.
Something
Okay.
wrong inside. Don't use it. This is why I create the one I share you. I modify from there.
Okay. So let's say this one.
Their data format is wrong, and then the tokenizer also wrong.
This one. I think is also wrong. This one.
No, I mean their notebook. What you train here
Mm.
may be something messed up already. Because the data set format is wrong, and then the loss won't decrease one.
Data set is wrong. Okay.
Yeah, the format, how they format the data to the data set structure is wrong.
Also wrong. This one. Data set.
This one, you use their notebook or the unslot.
No,
Their
but
notebook you cannot get this one on.
But I think the data set correct, right?
Yeah, this one is correct. Can you click on the answer? Okay, the data set. I think you use unslot lah. Their notebook cannot get this one.
Oh, because I separate because I using the test file, so need to process and then push to the data sets in the difference. So I did not use but I push the model is use the Rama the notebook that one. That's why.
Or
Okay.
you
So
manually
mm-mm.
convert it to this lah.
Okay, never mind. I try again. I go to modify again.
So if you have this one, you can just share it to the organization. I think you can, you know.
How
If
to
you
share?
have all of these, you just share everything to the organization. So we do not need to open each of our account to show what we have. Everything we have can be shown in one organization.
Maybe just a screenshot and put in a PowerPoint.
It's less nicer. Though. Probably I suggest we have one link, we click and then one page of the organization, everything is there. I think we can easily share.
Yeah. So how to share? Sorry.
Data set. Oh, data set setting, rename or transfer this data set. Can you try? Yeah, this part.
This one. Okay.
Can you click the drop down? Oh, cannot. So can we retype?
Ah,
No, the owner.
owner.
Can I
Cannot.
change it?
I think never mind. Never mind. I try to do the model first, and then I think I will share the link to you or put in the slide.
Because this part you should able to. Well, let me see. Have you joined our organization?
Where? Sorry. This one.
No, go to your profile.
Profile.
Bottom, go to the bottom. Yeah, you haven't joined. I have sent you the link in the WhatsApp group, right? The invite
Oh,
page.
okay.
Yeah. So once you join, you should able to change it.
Okay. So I try to check again, double check again, then do a modify.
No need to modify. You just join the organization and then go back to the setting just now. You can directly choose our organization. Okay.
Where's Alex?
Yeah, so for
okay, later I will do.
yeah, so it's a very easy step. You join and then go back to the setting. There's a drop down there. You can see our organization and change it to the organization. Then your data set and model will be all there.
Wenhao.
Yeah.
Can I focus on the industry impact because since it's contribute 30%, so if let's say the passing score is 60, so at least we can try to M22 and 26, then we got a high chances to pass the whole project because the industry impact need to do some research to get some data to prove that this the project has certain level of industry impact with potential value something like that.
Industry impact.
Yes. If you open the rubrics, so
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah, so because the passing score is 60
Because I'm not sure how they define an industry impact. Is it this work is something very new or the end product can be used very
based
generally?
on the Taiwan training that day, right? So I believe during the day 3 and day 4 they got a lesson to mention that how LLM apply in the industry. For example, in medical, so how the LLM help the medical industry, like the saving the cost or something like that. So if we focus on the industry, maybe we can talk about the costing. So whether how much it can generate the revenue or how much it can reduce the cost or something like that. Because this one, I think, is one of the uniqueness of our group. So I believe that during the Taiwan, so you also foresee that some of the group, they are doing the like the university chatbot or something like that. So I think the examiner will ask us, so like let's say if you implement this system, like how much the business, I mean, because they look into the business perspective, I believe. So whereby just now I mentioned that, like you mentioned, this agent can be using for worldwide. It's kind of replacing the agency, a traveler agency or something like that. We can reduce the manpower or something like that.
Or we try to go from the problem statement. That's mean we come back to the tokens efficient and memory, and this will help for those. Actually, for the entire framework is not necessarily apply to travel agent only. It can apply to all LLM agent. That's why if today you are a startup, you have less budget, and you want to create a LM server, agent server. So
I agree with you. So my suggestion for this part is kind of your future, because there is a one part in the slide that in the point that there is a future, right? Looking on the future perspective. So after you demo, right, you can make a conclusion is that your system, your proposed system and solution not only can using in the traveling industry, it can be used variety industry, so that you got something to close, because after you demo, right, you need a staircase to close your demo after you benchmarking the performance. So for the future work or the future value, so you can mention that you can implement the similar model into the different kind of industry. For example, like medical industry, like for example, like let's say I'm in the Taoyuan, I got sick, I want to look for the good pharmacy, look good for medical center or something like that. This is kind of your future, something, so that you can route off your medical industry, your whole system value. Yeah.
But this industry impact is not a standalone section. I think they will look throughout entire project and then judge for this.
Industry impact is I look like this in the way that is kind of a background. Like initially, why you suddenly got this idea, you want to do the traveling agent. So it's kind of background. So maybe this is we just put a statistic in the sense that you figure out something which very valuable. Like let's say I propose this kind of LM model to the angel investor. They're willing to put the money on you and then let you to build the whole system. I think that during the Taiwan, they got mentioned that they want something valuable in the sense that it's for the business. It's not like a chat BTF. So I believe that there are a lot of group members proposing like using the rack and then upload the document, PDF document, and then do some simple React, something like that. But then they also mentioned that what is the value for the business if using the React, how this React contribute into their business model, something like that. That's why during in day 3 or day 4, right? So they invite a third person to give us a application of the LLM. I'm not sure, this is my suggestion. So whereby is the background just like our group initiative, why we want to do the traveling agency. Then we come back to your problem statement whereby your turn is you can mention that the existing method and then without memory or something like that. Then you suddenly can present and demo. And then for the comparison, maybe you want to do some a simple diagram that or simple table that whereby the existing model do not have memory, and then the token is much more higher, something like that.
I think they know, They as a trainer, they know very clearly how much token it costs every time.
Yes,
So
but
when they
think,
look at our printout,
like
they
this
will
one,
directly know the
Mm.
comparison. That's why we do not need to explicitly compare for them.
no, I mean, I fully agree with you. They know, but when they look on us, they treat us as a beginner. So we just treat us a beginner that we present something. They think, oh, okay, you learned something during this 4-day Taiwan training. Yeah, just like the mock teaching that we present, right? Actually, they know everything, but they want to see our understanding throughout this training. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. So what we present, they definitely fully understand and they know much more than us. Maybe those agent or function they know, whereby we don't know. So our target is just to passing the score 60%. So I'm not sure this is my suggestion, so that in the sense that we present everything that we can score the optimum marks, then we can pass.
So we're going to discuss the industry impact in the very beginning, right?
Yeah. Now come back to a question is, you got a lot of time to demo, or you want to limit the time of demo? So I think we can discuss the time allocation, like how much the time you needed for the demo, or we can distribute like 5 parts, okay, 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5 based on the rubric. So estimated how many time allocate for data processing, model method, result, presentation and demo, industry impact. Then we can prepare the slide accordingly to the time allocation. Yeah.
The demo itself, I think at least 15 minutes because there are a lot of features to show.
we already assist 45
Yeah,
minutes.
there's a lot of feature.
I think that, like this way, just now about the impact, I think is stand in the view of the user. What is the units of your project? Means our project. What is the units and what the value for our client user? I think they want to know those things. So we don't need to talk a lot about the impact and stand out the profit and so on. I think we just say out what is the unit of our project and what the things to want to print out to the community. I think we can talk like this one, right?
I think how you can share the rubrics. Can you share the rubric? Because I just now I saw you open the rubrics for the presentation, project presentation.
Wait a second.
Yep. If we say that, okay, because of all the project, right, we need to have the case study. That's why this one what we do is not apply to the Taiwan. If we talk in the Taiwan, that not the project we do now.
I think the impact value, we
Yes.
focus on the memory and token efficient.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
clear-
That's
it's
why
clear and
this one is the
clear
unit for our project. Yes, this one is the unit.
cut.
Because the rubric, right, I double check again, all the rubric is based on the Taiwan, what they want to access. But for now, we apply in our Malaysians, the rubric will be a change a little bit.
Is not in Taiwan. Like Wenhao mentioned, this agent can be worldwide. So for example, when we talk about industry, we can talk about the traveling industry. So tangible benefit is benefit to the user, benefit to the company. When talk about the innovation, so this agent got memory, and then which can reduce and also reduce the token. And then the value is it can contribute to the nation GDP or something like that. So we are not focusing on Taiwan, but instead of we focusing on the worldwide. So when we present something, we base on the rubric point by point present. So like for example, the industry impact, we can talk like this. Then if the demo which consists 15 minutes, right? So I think during the demo, Wen-Hao can present like the data processing, the model and method. So for the methods, I think Wen-Hao just now showed that it's a lot of things to present. I believe 15 minutes is not enough for him. I fully agree. And then some more Wen-Hao need to present about the result. Step by step, I'm not sure Wen-Hao you want to, during that day, you want to type the prompt or not. Like just now you demo to us.
I think it's better lah. It's called demo ma. It's called demo, that means it's
Yes.
a real demo. We cannot like show the print result.
So then I can sense that 15 minutes is not enough for you lah.
Yeah.
Because you got you want to show the full features, definitely not enough lah.
So I suggest for each of the, you see the suggestions for project guideline. Problem statement, one slide. We start with the industry impact first, right? How do you want to start it? Problem statement.
For me, right?
Start with problem statement will be better, right?
Oh no, I treat it like a research. Like when we write a thesis, the first one will be the background. Okay. And then after the
this is why I worry. You don't have time for background.
Background can be very fast. Can be very fast. Is one slide can go team. And then come to the problem statement, because we got the background. The problem statement is there are something existing, okay, in the market, or there are something existing in the market. Then this is your problem. So based on the existing solution in the market, what are their limitations? This is the problem statement. No? Then after this, you propose your solution to overcome the problem statement. So one
thing we kind of overlook is the data is a variable extraction. We are the kind of the first one doing it, you know, data abstraction, not variable extraction. To us, we are very normal because we are already finding.
Yes.
But to others, it may be a very new feature. We can also put it in.
That's why this one, maybe we need your help lah. So because you are the one familiar the whole system, so maybe you can list out the point that your system uniqueness.
Okay.
Therefore, based on your system uniqueness, we draft out the existing market limitation or the problem statement. Then we do a reverse engineering lah, something like that. Then regarding the demo, right? So then after the proposed the idea lah, so like background, existing market solution, then you propose your method. When you present your proposed solution, like it's just now the two slide that you share, show to us, the two slide. Then
I only show one, the one with the memory. Else no time to go to the second slide.
You choose one of the slide. Then after this, when you then you can continue with the demo.
Yeah. Because all the point can be explained in the demo.
Then after this, there is got comparison, because because at the beginning we pinpoint out the existing, the disadvantage, the limitation of existing method. But I didn't see the.
Actually, we cannot compare.
Because in the rubric they didn't mention also the comparison.
No, there's no model can do this with so consistent conversation. And then
When we
come
when
out with,
no, when I mentioned the compare in the sense that we just roughly show that the features they do not have.
or
Something
it's like a table of comparison.
something like that.
Okay.
It's very brief lah. If they want to ask more, you just ask them, or we can discuss during the Q&A session. So it's just like no need very detailed. It's just like a simple table comparison at all. So based on the table comparison, what we have this one, they do not have this one. That's all need. And then come out like a future work, right? So or your system limitation, right? Maybe your system limitation, maybe you. I'm not sure whether you want to mention sometime it got hang or not, because just now you demo during your demo, right? It got system hang lah. So maybe
the hang is from collect. Yeah,
then
but then there's limitation. I can list out there's limitation.
Or something like that. So and then you can convert this one is part of your future work to solve it, and then your conclusion is you can mention your proposed system is not limited into this level. Whereby this is to close back the beginning your business industry impact, in the sense that today I present to you is one of the application only, but actually my whole model, my whole system, it can escalate into other industry as well. So maybe you can give out some example or something like that. Then it's kind of you close everything during your conclusion, something like that.
So Prof. King said means that everything presentation will be one person to do that.
This part, I'm not sure how, like let's say how just now got one part is a slide, like the proposed solution, right? So I think we can split present the part on behalf of Wenhao, then Wenhao do the demo. I'm not sure how Wenhao, what is Wenhao opinion? Yeah.
Which part?
The slide you prepare.
The slide.
Yeah,
okay, but
then during your demo, right, you can touch up. I mean, you can top up. Like let's say we missing present or something like that, you can top up during your demo. It's a kind of win-win situation. Like we present on behalf of you the proposed solution, because you are the one understand well, so you can observe what kind of information we are missing. Okay, what kind of important point we're missing. Then during your demo, right? Because your demo basically you are referred to the slide as well. Then you can top up. Then they can much more clearer. It's kind of win-win. So the demo you kind of back up us up. I'm not sure what is your opinion on this part. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
So
the person who present must be very familiar. Who want to present?
It's not one person. Can you share the can you open the slide just now, the memory one?
Okay.
Because you got internal memory, external memory. So maybe one person take up one subsection only. No need one person to describe everything. There will be a kind of very burden. I mean, the chances to present wrongly is higher. So my suggestion will take out a subsection. Just now the slide you present. Then this part. Then we understand the sub part, and then we ask you from time to time. So we got internal, external, and then you got the agentic. This part can be divided into the 3% already. Something like that.
I think one person can cover this. One person can cover this. And then, so
I'm not sure the others. Here is my suggestion only. So we are opening for discussion.
Since you are going to handle the opening, right?
I handle the opening, then I pass. Existing matter we can pass one person to handle. I'm not sure is how. So
there's been 2% here.
2%.
One person can cover memory, one person can cover the, because you see the main part is only two memory system and the agentic framework.
Then the rest you use the demo to back up, or someone can handle the closing as well.
Closing,
or
I
you
think
want
I'll just go to the end.
Okay. So I'm not sure this proposal to others how. So because what I can see is if something we did initially we miss out any critical point, then during your demo you can back up, you can top up, and then or you can re-explain again, something like that. It's kind of safe gambling, like kind of.
Okay, so who want to handle memory?
Wenhao, before this, right? I got one question regarding the fine tune. So just now you mentioned at least one should be enough, right? So let's say if Alex successful to upload into the hacking phase, should be enough, right? It's kind of proof of concept, right?
I was thinking like we have 3 model, many data set. Because Alex, I saw you have many data set, right?
This one we need to ask Alex.
Yeah, I tried, but you saw some of the is not correct.
Oh, okay. So you share or you change the owner to our organization for those is correct. At least make the page looks beautiful. Not just one model, one data set.
Then if Alex successful to upload, then we can divide because what my feeling is for the fine tuning, right? The part it contribute overall like contribute like around 10% something like that So
because
the rest,
I didn't mention fine tuning is it really effective, and you see all of this retrieval is actually to replace the fine-tuned LM. Like, okay, for one LM, we have the classifier is a router. Router will tell the LM what is the task. So here, if you want to have a complete agent, each of these will be a LLM. Every time the sentence come in, the LM will need to decide, is this related to the utility task? Is this related to the context? Or this is some response yes and no. Just imagine, this is LM.
Yes.
Like what we did here.
Then you can put it as your future work.
Yeah, this is why I propose this retrieval-based memory model. Actually, if you search out, you cannot find this. I think this is the first idea. Yeah.
Then why don't let the examiner to focus on this part? Then the whole project, they will sense that,
this is why I suggest we have this in our problem statement, memory efficient, and selective memory. And all of this, you see the short-term memory, long-term memory. These are the term in psychology, It's like a working memory, how we work. We access to some memory temporarily, and then some permanent memory like the full context.
Mm,
That means these memories must be always be there and wait for the recall. So triggering is triggering the response of a human. Priming is like, yeah, this I copy from the psychology term. It's a non-conscious human implicit memory with perception identification of the word, and it can be associative, affective, conceptual, perceptual, repetitive, and semantic. So here we use the repetitive semantic. So it's compare the memory tag to look for is it any repeated context in our conversation or in the sketchpad.
Then later on you draft up your advantage of your system. I think
Okay.
this is you just list out a point form, something like that, to show that the existing method, the limitation of existing method available. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So so come back to the question, who want to explain this? And probably you need to ask me if there's any part you don't get now or later.
I open the floor to the group members.
Sorry, what? Sorry, again, questions?
Yeah, so we now decide who want to handle the model architecture part. So there will be two person try to explain this entire framework. So one person will handle the memory, the retrieval-based memory model. Another person will handle the agentic workflow.
Dr. Aliza, let me repeat again. So currently our planning is during the presentation, so someone will handle the industry part, industry impact. Then someone will handle the existing solution.
Yeah.
Then another two, no, sorry again. 4%, right, our group?
5.
5.
Oh, 5%, sorry, yeah. Then, okay, 1% will handle the existing method. And then 2% will handle the proposed solution. And then one last person, like Wenhao, will handle the demo. So the idea is the person who handle the proposed solution is to present the currently Wenhao the slide where the screen he share. Okay, 2% will present this part. And then if there is some point missing, Wenhao still can talk up during the demo. So it's kind of win-win. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I and Farah can do this one, but I will liaise with Wenhao whether we are explaining the right thing or not.
That a suggestion so maybe before the day of presentation, just
Sure.
so Wenhao just like an examiner, then we it's kind of a revision so we understand what the whole system is, then we have a final discussion on this one.
I think we can have mock presentation before our real presentation at during Thursday afternoon.
Okay,
maybe?
also before our presentation turn.
Because our turn is the last, right?
Yeah, it's quite late, right? It's 4:30.
Maybe at 3, maybe.
So Dr. Aziza, based on Wenhao, he proposed, right? So 2%, 1% will handle the retrieval-based memory model. Another person will handle the agentic framework.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Wenhao, correct, right?
Yeah.
Then Wenhao will handle the demo until the comparison. Okay, and then until the conclusion, 3 part. Yeah.
I don't think we have time for conclusion, you know. We just prepare the slide, but I don't think we will reach there.
Conclusion, you just verbally, no need a slide lah. So if you can prepare the slide, but if you don't have the time, you just use a verbally to conclude that your system not only can apply in something like that, or you can start with your future work first, your system limitation, your future work.
Alex, you say you cannot write that day? Alex, that day you say Thursday you're not free, is it?
Alex? Oh, Alex, you want to handle the existing method. You pinpoint the problem statement, the existing problem statement. Can you handle the part?
So just to mention in the existing method,
based on your Alex can be like mention the existing system doing something and then pinpoint out the limitation. Then Alex can give a very general idea. So now I develop we propose a system whereby it include the memory or something like that. Then after this, right, pass to Farah and Dr. Aliza to describe in detail how the model functionality, then you do the demo. So what do you think, Wenhao, if something like that?
Yeah, okay.
So
the existing method, Alex, you can focus on the 2 problem statement.
For in order to help the Alex, right? So maybe Wenhao, you just list out your uniqueness of your system. So what is your advantage? What is something you have where people don't have? Then Alex easier to present.
Probably I will list out an outline for each part, and better for you guys to prepare the slide.
To talk out the information and then draft.
Yeah.
Then the expectation is the industry impact is 1 slide, our statement is 1 slide. Then Dr. Aliza and Dr. Farah share 1 slide. Then Wenhao, I'm not sure you want to prepare a slide or not. Just now you mentioned.
I think just 1 slide with the title demo.
Then you want to back up or not? You can prepare, maybe you no need to use it. I'm not sure. So during a demo, if got time, you just present. If do not time, then you continue. I'm not sure about you.
I think I have a backup.
Whereby the comparison. And then
This is the backup.
Something like that.
So
if let's say during the Q&A they ask, so you just say that, I reduced a lot of token because I believe last time you briefed them, right?
This long conversation impossible to be within 10,000, you know. And we at the last we generate a report. This one is included as well. Okay, where's my report? This one, all the token is included.
Yeah. Regarding this one, right? I think Alex can present it as well. Very quickly go through, just to helping Alex mention that now my system. I developed a system whereby it can throw me a PDF report, include all the information, something like that. So can impress a bit. I'm not sure.
The result.
Let's just show that I got this kind of very impressive system. Yeah, something like that. Then continue by Dr. Farah and Dr. Liza the description, then your demo. Then maybe you no need to show lah. When how just you just mentioned that your system can reduce the briefly mention lah. But after this, during the Q&A, if they want to show, then we just show lah.
Okay, I think we can keep track of the token as well. Every time we got error, we can print out and then add
okay.
up. Yeah, but if no error, we can print out at the last. Yeah.
Okay, also.
So
So
this is a very short one. I tried for 2 plays, only 4,000 something. 2 plays only.
Then yeah, so for the conclusion and future work, so then you handle. So you can briefly just to mention at the end of the demo should be okay. Something like that.
For the GUI, right? I actually do halfway only, cannot complete the GUI.
Yeah, Dr. Farah, you got something to ask?
Okay, number 1, existing method and problem statement, Dr. Alex. And then the framework, Dr. Azliza and me. Demo, Dr. Wen Hao. Conclusion and future work. And then another one?
The industry impact beginning.
Oh, industry impact before framework or after demo?
No, industry impact first, then followed by Alex.
Okay.
Then followed by yeah. So Wen-Hao will be will be handle the rest lah. So
yeah,
okay.
Actually, very beginning, I want to show the GUI one, but there's some issue with the OpenAI token. You see, I'm not sure why the OpenAI token cannot be accessed in here. Yeah, just now only, just now only. And still haven't done because if we want to create this GUI almost entire thing we need to rewrite because the Streamlit do not use the display like what we did. Like what I did is we have a functions to display. It cannot be used, it cannot be like just shift it here. Cannot work like this.
No.
So,
I also agree with you. Need to rewrite something.
Yeah, so I think I cannot finish this one, only notebook.
I think can, like Alex mentioned, you just open this. This is my future work GUI I'm doing in the halfway, something like that, due to do not have enough time.
Yeah, I think
limitation.
Like this.
Yeah. But Alex mentioned it's good. Yeah. So we stick to this one. And then Wen-Hao, you prepare the draft, right? Then we talk about all the info based on your draft, right?
Yeah, I try to come out tomorrow night because tomorrow the whole day, no time. Too busy tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow night I will draft and then send in the group.
I think we can do something like at the moment where when you draft it, because we already understand what we need to do lah. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, Wen-Hao, for the framework, Dr. Aliza and me, how do we divide the framework? Dr. Aliza will explain about what? Memory model and?
We have two parts, memory model and agentic framework. So you can choose which one you want to handle.
Okay.
I think don't worry because you have recording, right? So you just do the recording and put into the AI. They will convert video to the text. So you don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Understood?
So Alex, it's up to you. You want to present the PDF or not, lah? Because I think if you can present the PDF, the examiner will put more attention on how generate the result, lah.
I think because I don't have the PDF, I think Wenhao can screenshot and we put into the slide.
I thought Wenhao share in.
No, that one is not the final one. I think probably I will try it with a very nice PDF and then on this. Yeah.
But Wenhao, I
to
just
go
want
through
to confirm with you, lah. At the end of the day, right, your system can generate the PDF, right?
Can.
Okay, then no worries.
Yeah, you just ask and then it should generate.
Then it should be okay.
Even that there's a checker, you know.
Oh, okay.
There's the checker like, let me see. If you ask to generate, like just now we haven't find the ticket, the flight. Yeah, so just now you see the text box is come out first. This one is also one bug in collect. I don't know why. So if you ask to generate the itinerary, it will check all the content in the itinerary. Make sure we have accommodation. Make sure we have flight ticket. Make sure we have some description. Create itinerary. So it will verify first. You see, we haven't searched. So once we search, and then it will check the date. Is it all the dates we have hotel? It can check it. By the checkout date is another check-in date. The departure date we arrive have a hotel.
But let's let's say, right, so like your current information is not complete. Can you still generate the PDF or not?
Cannot. We have to search the flight. Must search.
So until fulfill the memory, like all the time, the table that the flight, all the things are all the way.
Even you have 1 day unsheltered without hotel, you still need to adjust it. It's a complete. You want to create a complete itinerary.
Understand. Okay. A plan B is it possible you open another collab whereby you got all the information inside?
Yeah, it's in my VS Code. This one.
What I mean is during your demo, right? If let's say you demo everything, right? So you find that the time is not enough, right? Then you just switch on the file that you straight away type generate PDF so that they can see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, can because we just need to keep the conversations. Of the conversation.
So it's a backup plan. So let's say you say that due to the time limitation, now I just proceed to the result. So you just click PDF. So you explain you can see that if I have got more enough time, I can explain the whole model to you. But due to the time constraint, so I just proceed to the result. So I just show you the result, something like that. So at least based on the table of the rubric, right, we can pass the result because the result already 20%. Yeah.
I think we can directly do it here. So this is a picker file I saved before. It's one of the complete conversation.
Another suggestion, so if because if let's say, right, you got all the conversation, right, and then you can show, right, So maybe you no need to type, and then you just explain based on the history. You insert this comment, you get this result, something like that.
Yeah, so this is the one that we completed. So hopefully I will quit. Oops, I think there's a spacing. Oh, okay, it's not. Yeah, when we upload it, it's not in the history. Let me see. This is not in the history. We upload it halfway. Do I have a way to? Okay. This one. Oops. Okay. This one. This is actually debug. It's not a correct time. I just somehow make it to append it into the list so that I can load it. Okay, so we can load it now. Wait, price cannot detect. Okay, never mind. I will do it later. It's quite late already.
Okay. So then we proceed the plan accordingly. Then I'm not sure that this week we want to have another meeting or not, but we can discuss through the WhatsApp lah. Okay. So maybe Dr. Farah and Dr. Arizan, they might a lot of questions to ask you regarding the framework, and Alex as well.
Before the presentation, right?
Of course.
Just now we said we can have a meeting before the presentation, right?
The one is the mock presentation.
Oh.
Another meeting maybe is discussing the understanding of your framework. Maybe you can pinpoint those which part need to top up or not. But anyway, after the presentation, we finish the preparing the presentation slide, then we can decide whether we want to have a second meeting or not. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah, I think that's all from me now. So how about the others?
Okay.
Okay with me.
So Alex, okay?
Okay. So I think, yeah, no problem already.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So thanks a lot, Wen Hao.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we work based according to plan. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Thank you, Wen Hao.
Okay,
Good
bye-bye.
night.
Good
Have a
night.
day.
Thank you
night.
so much.